The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm is a dancer.
Lately, everything's changed. We seem closer, like you care more. Lately, I feel the magic taking over out of nowhere. Somehow, we found a spark. We light up the dark and bring out the stars. The sky is wide open now. Oh, oh. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. I got a real good feeling. Ooh, what a real good feeling. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. To us. To us. Can't stop, out of control. Love is fiction, no prediction. Where this all will go, I can't call it, but I feel it. Somehow we found a spark. We light up the dark and bring out the stars. The sky's wide open now. Wide open, wide open now. Oh, 'cause tonight belongs to us. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. I got a real Lately, everything's changed.
Hello, hope you're all well out there. Great seeing, and for New Zealand as well, which is fantastic. Great seeing those clips of Let's Rock when we could all go out and celebrate and have fun and stuff. It's very weird times at the moment, but thank you for joining me and fire any questions you want, and I'm very open about everything. Sam Milkins, this is the most memorable moment of the tour. To be honest, there's so many tours that I've done over the years. Some of the most amazing tours that I've ever done, I've been with orchestras, and because as a singer, when you've got a cracking rock band behind you, and then the orchestra, it's just the most incredible feeling as a singer. And I remember with this band, we did the Royal Albert Hall with the Symphonia Orchestra, and it was just incredible. So I think touring with orchestras is probably the best. But then also, just generally, the audiences around the world. We've not long been back from Japan and Australia, and then we were in Miami. And the American audiences are pretty crazy too. Wherever you go, people are pretty enthusiastic. So yeah, I'm not going to say one particular tour, but I just enjoy playing live, really. So. Tony Real. Hey, that's a good name. It's a cool name. Hi, Tone. Do you have a wee JD before a show, or do you wait until through the barricades with Lily? No, I never have a JD before the show. It's always a special moment on Through the Barricades. And I know it sounds weird, but there is a medicinal purpose to this as well. So which I'm not going to go into now. But it's nice to just toast the audience with a little bit of Jack, and myself and Lily, who, funny enough, is just texted me now, and we have a little JD, toast the audience, and wish. And I always wish everybody the very best, because without you guys out there, we can't do what we do. I love being on stage, but there's no point playing to nobody. We got Simon Gray. What was the most extravagant thing you purchased when you made a mint, like a house or something like that? I've got some of it. Most extravagant purchase, I suppose. Yeah, the first time I got a bit of money was a brand new car. I only ever had second-hand cars, and I remember the first car I ever bought was a Vauxhall Viva off my mate's dad. It was going to go to the knackers yard, and it was 45 quid. And then I drove my dad's cars and smashed a couple of those, as you do when you're kind of crazy and young. And the first car that I ever bought with my own money, completely brand new, was an Opel Manta GTE Coupe or whatever. And guess what colour it was? It was gold. Can't believe I bought a gold car. But that was sort of my pride and joy. But I think the most fabulous moment for me was when I actually could buy my mum and dad a car, a brand new car. They'd never had a brand new car. So. And that was a moment for me. It really was. We got Catherine King. And how was the Tasmania? As Antarctica. Catherine was in Australia, and she'd just come back all the way from Antarctica. The Tasmanian whiskey, Catherine, was absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. Very smooth, actually. Who'd have thought that they made whiskey in Tasmania? Thank you. Mandy Kui or Koi. Maddie Kai, can you say hi to me? Hello, darling. How are you? That's to do with your kids and stuff. Teresa Elliott, what do you think? Do when your music comes on the radio? What do I think? Well, I'm just glad that people are still playing the music. I mean, it's great when you hear True and Gold and Through the Barricades and I'll Fly for You, but I think getting Radio 2 Record of the Week with Tonight Belongs to Us was fantastic. And then they also played the second single, Take Back Everything. And so, I mean, I do think it's important, doing new material as well, but it's just a good feeling when you hear your record on the radio. And so I'll never complain, put it that way. Excuse me. Mike Parks, hey Tony, met you a few years ago in DC. I met it was a good show, yeah. I've got to say, touring America is always good fun. We've just not long got back from Miami. We got back just before the lockdown. So we're hoping to go and do a few more tours of America. There's a couple of planned. Plus, when this is all over, obviously Europe, and hopefully everyone's going to come out of lockdown and want to celebrate with Let's Rock and celebrate just generally around the world. Simone Jones, hi Tone, loved seeing you on both the 80s cruises. Would you do another? I've got to tell you, the cruises are barking mad. There's 3,500 people dressed up to the nines. They're kind of it's like a Let's Rock party on a boat, basically. Great seeing the other, for me, seeing the other bands and being able to watch the other bands at night. That's something that I really, really enjoy, because I don't get to see a lot when I'm at normal concerts. And so that's really, really good fun. But also the people are good fun. I mean, it's crazy. And there's a $70 drinks package, and trust me, they drink $70 worth of booze. So it's good fun. And yes, I would do another. Yes. Excuse me. Melissa Bunkle, hi Tony, my hubby always sings Barricades to me, and he's pretty good. Favorite song you've released? Favorite song I see the kids there. Hello kids, how are you? Favorite song I've released? Well, Through the Barricades is my favorite Spandau Ballet song by far. I love singing True and Gold and I'll Fly and everything else, but definitely Through the Barricades is probably my favorite. My favourites are always the ones that we've just recorded, and in lockdown, the producers Gary Stevenson and Mick Lister have been busy mixing some tracks for the next album, and sounding really exciting. I have to say, really good. I think you're gonna really like the new stuff as well as the stuff from the Talking to the Moon album. Danielle Spencer, hello Danielle. What is your favourite song to perform that gets the best crowd interaction? I've got to say, I mean, as I just said, Through the Barricades is my favourite song to actually sing as a singer. It's a thing that you could want. But I suppose Gold, really. Although I love doing the Queen stuff. I love doing Queen stuff. And doing Radio Gaga at Let's Rock last year was absolutely fantastic. But probably when we do Gold, it's everyone just Gold, yes, it's like a football anthem. So probably that one. Natalie Yost, hey, cool name, Natalie Yost. What was the most memorable moment working with Let's Rock? I think the thing is about Let's Rock, just backstage, I've got to tell you, it's a fantastic feeling because we're all mates, Self Midger, the Human League, Billy, everyone there, Mark Shaw, the Bananas, whoever's backstage, a good time. And the people that run Let's Rock always really look after us, the artists, the band members, everyone else. So we have it's just a really nice feeling, and every audience that we get at Let's Rock are just totally enthusiastic. I mean, no one's coming, they're going, "You're all right, come and impress me then, mate." They're coming there to have a good time with their friends, families, or whatever. And just having a great time. So every Let's Rock concert, I have to say, is always good fun, and backstage is great too. Nigel Wallace, hello Nigel. He's at a swimming pool. He's a picture of him in the swimmer. Seen you and Peter Cox on tour in Newcastle after you won Born in the USA. What was your best memory of the show? And don't say the two country sisters. I have to say, probably Reborn in the USA I was really reticent about doing it, I have to say. I'm just going to, something's come up on the screen. I'm just going to get rid of it. 2 seconds. There you got rid of that. So yeah, I was really reticent about doing it, but absolutely loved doing it. It was great fun. And I had my mates Pete Cox, Lee John with me. And what we did, our favourite moments obviously was singing some of the songs and visiting like Memphis and Nashville, home Philadelphia, home of Hall and Oates and stuff like that. So we had fantastic cities to go to. New York, I mean, always an amazing place. But what we used to do, so myself, Pete, and Lee John, basically used to just get the best restaurant guide out to every city we went to, wherever it was, New Orleans or wherever. And we used to find the best restaurants. And Pete likes a drop of red wine as well. So we used to order some very fine wines. Good fun that was. Julie Cassidy. Hello, Julie. Hi, Tone. Was there anyone you thought you wouldn't get along with in the industry, but you really hit it off with? Yeah, I've always got on pretty much with everybody, really. I mean, what's been really lovely over the years is meeting your heroes, whether it be at Top of the Pops, and that was always embarrassing because you just have watched Top of the Pops, you know, the rehearsal, and you'd be walking down the corridor and singing another artist's song, and that was always the most embarrassing bit. They'd just come out of the dressing room and you're singing their song. So, but mostly, I mean, you know, meeting people, obviously Freddie Mercury and the Queen, lovely people. And I was with Roger Taylor from Queen. He came to our show in Adelaide just recently, and it was great to see him. And we reminisced about Fred and all the good times. But meeting heroes like, you know, Elton John, Rod Stewart, Dave Gilmour. I mean, there's so many amazing artists out there. Alice Cooper, what an amazing artist. So I've always really got on with pretty much everybody, yeah. Tanya Dougal, Easter Bunny. Hi, Tone. When will you be releasing new music? When this is all over. When there's a window, and yeah, I know it's been so difficult for everybody. You know, all you guys out there. We got people on the front line, family and stuff, and it's seriously tough. We got one of our good friends, Joy, who's also on the ICU as well. And but so it's incredibly difficult out there at the moment. But when this is all over, and it will be over, hopefully in a couple of months, and we can try and get back to some sort of relative normality where we can go to concerts, we can interact with people, and at that point, that's when I'll release the first single from the next forthcoming album. Like I say, we've just mixed a couple of tracks. We've got more than an album's worth of material. And I think, yeah, we're going to do some of it live. Next time we do Let's Rock, we definitely will do some new songs live as well. So that'd be great fun. Jenny Nye, will you be doing an Easter egg hunt this weekend in your garden? Absolutely, we will. I'm getting the nod from Ali over there. And we got the eggs. Zara and Genevieve are very excited. It's hard for the kids at the moment, but we're trying to keep them occupied. And so we'll do an Easter egg hunt, and I love Easter. It's really good fun. We're lucky we got a lovely little garden and stuff, so we'll be hiding all the Easter eggs, and it's good fun. We've got Lindsay Terry here. Hi, Lindsay. I keep meaning to ask you, what was it like to meet MJ and all the something when doing Live Aid? MJ, who's MJ? Oh, Michael Jackson. I didn't meet him. I never met Michael Jackson. But doing Live Aid, I have to say, was incredible. I don't think any of us realised that the song doing Band Aid would lead to Live Aid. I didn't think we'd get to that point. And to this day, it was the biggest 2 concerts: Philadelphia, London, all your heroes backstage. So I can't tell you how nervous I was. And we flew in by helicopter, which was pretty Charlie Big Potatoes. But backstage, the camaraderie amongst all the artists was absolutely amazing. There was no one was showboating or anything. We realised we were there for a great cause and something that was going to change the world, actually, without a doubt. I think our charitable status as a nation and nations across the world changed because of Live Aid. I think we became a lot more generous as a people. Ryan Anthony Hunt, hello mate, how are you? Which living singer would you love to duet with? Ooh. There's lots of dead ones. So, I'd love to have duetted with Frank Sinatra. I saw Tony Bennett actually at the Royal Albert Hall just before Christmas, and he's 93 and absolutely amazing. And I covered some of Tony Bennett's song on my swing album, and I'd love to have done something with Tony, and so that would be good. But also Daryl Hall and John Oates, two of my favourite artists, absolutely incredible. I'm a massive fan. Oh, Springsteen! Wow, Alice just told me. Yeah, I love Bruce Springsteen. Would have been also Steve Perry from Journey. He's an amazing singer. So Carola Jark, what are you doing first after the lockdown is over? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Our village pub, closed about 6 years ago. Just before Christmas, and we were all so happy in the village. It's been fantastic. It was doing great guns. Obviously, it's had to close again because of the coronavirus lockdown. And so the first thing I will be doing is celebrating with all my family and all the villagers. My kids want to come up from London because they're desperate to get out of London, and come up and and go to the pub, go to the local pub. Mike Parks, hello Mike. You have a great back catalogue. Is it place to still make good money selling records? Good question, Mike. I have to say, selling from record sales today is virtually impossible. I'm very lucky that I've had a long career, and I'll be celebrating 40 years from October this year, actually. I feel particularly sorry for young bands, and I've met lots of young bands who are making great music, great records, but they're not making any money from it, and they're having to do supplement or Uber or something like that. Whereas when we were signed as a band years ago, we were literally, we had some money from the record company and we could concentrate on our music 110%. I think it's really tough for young artists and young bands. But I do feel you have to keep making new music. I mean, I love singing True Golden Through the Barricades, and I know you love it when I do it. But I do feel that you have to write new songs and perform new songs as well. So I'm going on. Alex Wattingham, hello mate. Any embarrassing moments when singing live? Yeah, probably the most. Sometimes I've forgotten the lyrics. Okay, right. There's the old brain don't work sometimes, but sometimes I've got that. But that's not embarrassing. That's just kind of fun because then you put the mic out to the audience and they sing it for you. I had a new pair of boots. I was at Wembley Arena, and we had this stage. It was like a Shirley Bassey, almost like stairs going down the riser. And I think I was singing With the Pride, obviously years back with the Spandau Boys. And as I'm sort of coming down, being oh so cool and thinking there's 10,000 people out there, and I slipped and fell all the way to the bottom of the stairs. And all I could do was laugh, along with 10,000 people laughing as well. Probably my most embarrassing moment. Oh, Heike, how you doing? Heike Fellner, hello. Please say hello to all your fans in Germany. We've been to everybody in Germany. Great, thanks for tuning in. And I got to say, I love going to Germany. It's one of my most fun countries. The audiences are fantastic because they really, really like listening to the songs and really sort of into the new stuff as well. But their enthusiasm is incredible. And we've been going there and trying to build up a reputation, as me, Tony Hadley, as I have done in the UK. And so we're doing lots and lots of tours. We're going back to small again, but just trying to prove to people that my chops are still working. And, the band, all the boys in the band, Phil, Tim, Richie, Lily, they're all fantastic musicians. And when we go to Germany, I think people really appreciate the musicianship of the band as well. When Richie goes off and does a solo and stuff, everyone's like, going, wow. So yeah, good audiences, great audiences. So hello. Claire Anderson, she's hiking, picture of her hiking. Hello, Claire. Who was jumping around the Who was jumping around in the background when crooning with Gary Barlow, making us all laugh? Right, let me put it straight. It wasn't my dog, because a lot of people thought it was little Martha, you know, on my shoulder and stuff like that. I was in the studio before lockdown and doing and mixing it and everything else, doing the vocal for it. So it was before lockdown, and Gary had said to me, "Look, you know, let's try and cheer people up." So we did. I decided on somebody to love. And Gary said, "Yeah, that'd be fantastic." So, that's Gary Barlow. But one of the producers, Gary Stevenson, who's a great friend of mine, he was in the studio, obviously, because it's his studio, and that was him being a little dog, beautiful little dog thrown up. And then we also had pictures of Gary Barlow on a stick. It was good fun. It's good fun. I hope you like that, by the way. I've only watched it once, but it looks like great fun. And Gary Barlow's a terrific chap. Love him. Karen Collins. Hello, Karen. How you doing? I have a photo of you when you split your trousers at the Orchid in London. Embarrassing moment. To be honest, Karen, I've split my trousers several times, and yeah, I don't know why. I mean, sometimes you're just rolling around. I'm quite energetic on stage, and I'm not just a singer who stands still. And I'm a frustrated drummer as well. So I'm always kind of playing air drums and going over to the drums and stuff. And sometimes they just get worn out. Helen Higgins, she's in party mode. I can tell by that picture. I think you would be great with Streisand. So enjoyed your swing arm. Any more swing coming along? Cool. Yeah, there's a singer, Barbara Streisand. For me, one of the most incredible singers. Her voice is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, she'd be great. I'd love to do something with her. Funny enough, I just watched the Bee Gees documentary the other night, and when they were doing and I met Barry Gibb and all the boys, Morris and Robin. Robin, in fact, used to live just down the road. I know his wife and son, and they were doing a duet with Barbara Streisand, and she's just incredible. So that would be good fun. No more swing at the moment. You know. Charlie Mann. Hello, Charlie. How are you, mate? Saw you last year in Chelmsford. You sang Through the Barricades better than I've ever heard you sing before. Totally amazing. Thank you. The singers are really, we're weird people. We have to look after our voices. As you get older, sometimes your range changes and stuff. I'm lucky that my range is still good. I can still hit all the original notes and everything else, and probably higher than I could before. But it's really important as a singer, and advice to any young singers out there, go and see a singing teacher, a reputable singing teacher. Don't try and be a theatre singer. Just go to someone who's going to teach you how to preserve your voice and extend your range and everything else, because that will stand you in really good stead for years to come. A singing teacher years ago was a wonderful woman called Pamela Dodds. And also, I always warm up before I sing. I always do at least 20 to 30 minutes before I go on stage. So let's rock. In the toilets, before we go on, you'll hear me warbling away. Right, Sue Sargent. Hello, Sue. How you doing? When does your next UK tour start? Well, from October the 10th, it's my 40th anniversary. And so I was going to embark in the spring of 2021, a 40-day tour. At the moment, everything is on hold. We just don't know at the moment. I was meant to be gigging in May, June, July, August. We were so busy throughout the whole of the year with all the Let's Rock concerts, plus all the other festivals abroad, and touring America as well. Everything is on hold at the moment, as are our lives. And until we get back to normal, we can't really plan when we're going to do the next tour. It will happen. We're going to do a 40-day tour culminating in the Royal Albert Hall and Symphony Hall in Birmingham. And the shows before that will be going to places that I haven't been to for many, many years, down in the east, the west, the north, the south. places that we just haven't been to for a long time. So, but that will happen, and we will let you know as soon as we know. Pauline Roberts, hello, Pauline. Hi, Tony. Please say to all the staff in A&E Shrewsbury. See you, let's rock. Hello, all the staff A&E in Shrewsbury. How are you? Oh wow! I mean, you guys, incredible, absolutely incredible. And it's as I said, a good friend of ours, Joy. She's in the ICU just at Stoke Mandeville, just down the road from us. Oh, she's in Milton Keynes. Joy's in Milton Keynes. And then my sister-in-law Elaine, and she's a head pharmacist up in Lichfield, and so she's dealing with all that. And we've got lots of nursing friends of ours. And what's brilliant on Thursday nights is always fantastic. And all the villagers in our village, and the kids all had bells and whistles and pots and pans and stuff. And all the villagers came out and did the celebration at 8 o'clock to thank all our NHS workers, all our teachers, delivery workers, everybody who's supporting us at the moment. And there are so many, just the people that are still carrying on delivering all the bits and bobs you want, all the people in supermarkets. And you know, we applaud you all. Thank you very much. Tough job. Daz Humphreys. Hello, Daz. Hi, Tony. Are you glad you did Reborn in the USA? And did you get on with everyone on camera? Daz in North Wales. Don't forget to keep mentioning. Oh, yeah, okay, right. So it's my wife's giving me notes here. So Reborn in the USA. Well, as I said before, Reborn in the USA was great fun. It really, really was good fun. I got to tell you, the first night we were there, we were in New Orleans, and they try and wind you up. TV a funny mob they are. So they put the crappiest motel just outside New Orleans. Now remember, it's Mardi Gras in New Orleans, so it's celebration time and everything else. And so we've all arrived and everything. Everything's gone a bit weird. Mark Shaw, bless him, I love him, he's a mate of mine, but it all went a bit strange. But we can hear gunshots from our motel. You can all of these going up. So I kind of said, I sort of said, well, I'm going in to celebrate Mardi Gras. And they was going, oh, I'm too tired. I said, come on, guys, it's Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And so I dragged Lee John along with me. So the two of us, we were in Bourbon Street at Mardi Gras, big pint of lager. At that time, I used to have cigars as well, so I had a big lardy-da on a big pint. And we stayed out till the early hours, and we had a fantastic time. And it's one of my most memorable moments with Lee John, who's such a great mate of mine. But all in all, I got on with pretty much everybody, yeah. Kim Louise. Hi, Kim. Loving this insight into lots. There you go, I can read it. Loving this insight into lots of different thoughts. Really looking forward to seeing you at Let's Rock when this is all over. Have you on my playlist on my way to work as a frontline social worker. Cheers me right up. You guys, social workers and stuff, one of them, Ali's cousin Joe, her husband Neil is an ex-copper, and he's sort of social work and deals with a lot of difficult situations amongst families. And it's very difficult at the moment with homeschooling and everything, everyone in sort of small spaces, and trying to keep the kids occupied, and also try not to get fractious between yourself as a couple. I mean, do we argue, darling? No, we don't argue.
Never.
Never. But it's cool. So yeah, so you've got a tough job, and just to all the families out there, as frustrating as it is being cooped in, you have to do this to try and keep safe. But obviously, you've got to go out and do a bit of exercise and stuff. But it's looking after the kids, that's the main thing. Sharon Taylor, please, can you please sing your favourite song for us all? Yeah. Oh, Neil. Right, okay. Well, my favourite song, I'll sing a little bit of Through the Barricades. It's a bit early for that, isn't it, really? Mother doesn't know where love has gone. She says it must be youth that keeps us feeling strong. I see it in her face that's turned to ice. When she smiles, she shows the lines of sacrifice. And now I know what they're saying as our sun begins to fade. And we made our love on wasteland.
and through the barricades.
There you go, a little snippet. Not sure if that was the right key, but anyway, who knows? Deborah Joy of Felix. Hello, Deborah. How are you, darling? Hi, Tony. Who would be the main guest if you could invite anyone to a once-in-a-lifetime dinner party? Once-in-a-lifetime dinner party. Would that be alive or dead, I suppose? Well, I'm going to have to say Frank Sinatra. I've read probably every book on Frank Sinatra, and his career was incredible. I mean, it was up and it was down, and it was, and that's my little one. There you go. Hello, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
She's got bunny ears on. So, yeah, Frank Sinatra, he was super cool, and what a life he had, and the people that he met, and everything else. So I think it would have to be Frank Sinatra. Someone who's alive. Do you know, I'd love to have dinner with Pink. I think she's one of the most fabulous. Pink and Cher. Pink and Cher. Now, there's a combination. So if you're up for a bit of dinner, darlings, just give me a call. Tracy Humphries. Hello, Tracy. What are you missing most? Well, I'm missing the pub. I'm missing not seeing all my big kids and my mum because they're all in lockdown in London. They can't come up. I was talking to my daughter Tony yesterday, and she said, "Oh, Daddy, can her flatmate Claire?" I said, "Oh, can we come up?" And I said, "You can't." I said, "It's we have to be sort of we have to be careful." And she knows that. She was just being funny. But so Tom, Tony, and Mac, and I'd love to see them. And my mum, obviously, she's 87, just in a flat in Islington. So, and luckily, my brother and sister are down in Islington, so they can see her occasionally, obviously from a distance. Jackie Hollyhead, will you ever play classic solos live, such as Absolute's Beautiful Girl, After All This Time, Lobsters and Limousine? Wow, God, you're going back a bit. Well, I don't know. I think the thing is with songs, I mean, certain songs you keep in the repertoire that you think really connect. When we do the 40th anniversary tour, it might be fun to visit maybe a couple of those songs. We are talking about also doing a compilation album, like a vinyl compilation. And I've got to go through hundreds of demos that I've got and looking at some of the old songs that have made it onto proper records. But some cool songs in there, actually. I've been checking them out. And so maybe we might do something on that. Who knows? But good question. Tanya Wren, when things... Is that the Colosseum? Looks like the Colosseum. When things return to normal, where is the first place you want to head for a holiday and why? Well, I'm hoping, one of my favourite destinations, one of my favourite countries is always Italy. Love Italy. And some of my most memorable moments, me and my wife used to spend quite a bit of time in Sardinia. And beautiful, beautiful place. Mallorca. Mallorca is just the northern part, Payenza and Alcudia. It's just fantastic. And we know a lot of the people up there. We've got friends up there. And so the restaurants, Spanish food, Italian food, Greek food, that whole Mediterranean vibe is just, super good. Oh, skiing. We were meant to be skiing this week. Yeah, skiing's one of my favourite holidays, actually. And so the kids were gutted when we couldn't go, but hey, it's just what it is. Julia Marie. Hi, Julia. Hope you're well. I've got my first ever ticket I bought to see you. It cost £7.50. Hope to see you at the Sunshine Festival this summer. I hope to see you too. £7.50. It's gone up a bit since then, hasn't it, really? As has everything else. Yeah, I hope to see you there at the Sunshine Festival as well. Let's all of these festivals get sort of cancelled or moved. I mean, a hell of a lot has moved to next year. But people, obviously, when it's safe to get back, we'll be given, I don't know, the right time when we can go out and perform and have some fun again. Leslie Tate, looking crazy, love it. Leslie, hello Leslie. Please give a shout out to Flexible Childcare Services in Scotland, who are here in Dundee caring for all key worker children. Yeah, there are so many people out there on the front line looking after children, whether it be social workers or looking after key workers, children, teachers, and as I said, people delivering things. The people in the supermarkets, they've got to sit there all day and doing the checkout and stuff. And there's got to be a certain degree of separation between them and the customer, and that must be a bit scary because they've got children and everything. And so there's a whole host of people out there who do an absolutely fantastic job. And so brilliant. Dave Tyler. Hello, Dave. How are you, mate? Hi, Tony. Love your version of Save a Prayer. Did Simon Le Bon have any input on it? Or was he happy to go on with your version? And what was it like to work with him? Did a version of Save a Prayer, one of my favourite Duran songs. I'm actually a big Duran fan. And so, yeah, we did a version of Save a Prayer, sent it along to Simon, said, listen, what do you think of this, guys? I think we've done sent it along to the band. What do you think? We think we've done a great job. And they said, oh, love it, fantastic. So I said, Simon, do you want to come and do some BVs on it? So he got on his motorbike and came up to, funny enough, Gary Stevenson's studio many years ago. And he very kindly did all the backing vocals and harmonies on Save a Prayer. And I do. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And yeah, so I'm very proud of that. And it was great to have Simon on board. He's a top chap. All the duetters are good lads. Susan Cowan, hello. What's your thoughts on your song being used on that washing powder commercial? Was it? I don't know. Was it bold? Gold? Right. Okay, there you go. I'm not aware of that, actually. I know it's a bit of a contentious one, but I don't actually have anything, or no one ever asked me anything to do with anything that relates to Spandau. So I have no control over those songs being used for commercials or films or anything. And yeah, it's anyway, moving forward. So Alan Hussey, what was the first record you bought and the concert you went to? The first record I bought with my own pocket money, the first record my mum and dad ever bought for me, because I loved it so much. I was 5, 1965, My Boy Lollipop, Millie, still one of the best records ever. Love it to this day. And then the first record I ever bought with my own pocket money was Dave and Ansel Collins' Double Barrel. And the Magnificent, I'm back with the shack of a song dong, doodin', like real ska reggae thing. So I really was into massive ska and reggae. And in fact, I used to go down to Trojan Records just off Tottenham Court Road and get some of the Jamaican imports. And they were fantastic and real kind of dub kind of reggae. I used to be really into that. And the first concert I ever went to was, I think it was either Elton John or Genesis Earl's Court. Wow, I've been to so many concerts over the years, I can't remember. But I do remember my first Hall and Oates concert, and my Rich Girl had just come out, Sarah Smile and everything. Abandoned Luncheonette was the album. And I remember my mate said to me, you've got to check these guys out. I saw them at the Hammersmith Apollo, and I've been a massive fan ever since. I met the guys as well, good guys as well. Deborah Rain, hello Deborah. What's your favourite song to cover? Anything by Queen, definitely. Love a good bit of Frank Sinatra, the swing stuff. In fact, the last time we did the Royal Albert Hall with the orchestra, it was a rock concert, and we did some orchestrated Spandau stuff as well as some of the new material from the new album. And then I just threw in at the last, pretty much at the last minute, Can We Do My Way by Frank Sinatra. And standing on stage in front of all the people in the Royal Albert Hall and performing My Way, and you've got to be a certain age to do that. You can't do that when you're 20 years of age. Was incredible, quite emotional, because the words, do mean a lot to me. And I think most people in the music business, most of the artists that I've met, have definitely careers have gone, I mean, you've paid your dues several times over. I know it looks to a lot of people out there, we lead an extremely glossy life, but it's not always glossy, and it's sometimes, it's got its ups and downs. It's got its good and its bad, like everything, I suppose. Samantha Bushby. Hello, Samantha. Hope you're well. Hi, Tone. Great to see you. How you keep yourself occupied during the lockdown? Well, a lot of gardening, a lot of clearing up stuff. I've got to start putting pictures up, haven't I, Ali? Yeah. Got to start putting pictures up that keeping me busy at home, keeping the house tidy, keeping the kids occupied. They've got to do the homework and stuff like that. I got caught on one of the maths questions the other day, and subtraction. And I was told that that was not the way to do subtraction. I said, well, when I got taught that was the way to do subtraction. Whether it was wrong or right, who knows? But an awful lot of gardening and songwriting. Yes, I've got to go through loads of tapes of ideas, and I've got to spend, because we've got an album's worth of material, but you never know, there's other song there that's, wow, who knows? Jason Bann, hello, Jason. Hello, mate. How are the chickens, and can I borrow some eggs? Well, we lost one of our chickens a little while ago. We did have 3, and we lost one of them, bless them. So we got two chickens there. What are their names again? Nancy and Dixie. There you go, Nancy and Dixie. So chickens' names, I don't remember chickens' names anyway. So Nancy and Dixie, and they're really cool. So we only get 2 eggs a day, sometimes only 1. So unfortunately, there's not a lot to go around, but we have, when we've got a little bit of a surplus, gone around to some of the sort of older people in the village and give them a box of eggs. Great thing that's interesting, actually, because what's happened with this whole lockdown thing, I've met people in our village, I don't know, they just used to commute to work and stuff. I never used to see them. But people have really got to know each other, and people are really being friendly and, trying to help each other. We're on the list to, if anyone needs anything, from the supermarket or whatever, we'll help out as much as you can. And I think it's really brought people together. So I think there will be a big, big celebration when this lockdown is over. Sharon St. John Eve. That's a cool name. Sharon St. John Eve. I like that. Shout out to Tony, who rescued me and my dad from Corfu when the airline went on strike. Thank you. When was that? When the airline went on strike. Wow. That's got to be a few years ago. Yeah. I don't know. I get all these things come up. You meet so many people. And sometimes I'm like, wow. Anyway, good. John Thompson, have you ever been starstruck? Yeah. Anyone who tells you they're super cool when they meet their musical heroes is lying. As I said, Freddie Mercury, The Boys, wow, that's amazing. And Freddie was such an incredible guy. Rod Stewart, I remember we actually, funny enough, we were at Groucho's in London, and it was the 25th anniversary of Queen. They'd just done a special at Top of the Pops. And there was Elton there was Dave Gilmour there, so many different artists, George Michael, all the greats. And I remember there was a little tap on the shoulder, and Rod Stewart said, "You're all right, Tone?" I looked around. I said, "Hello, Rod. How are you, mate?" And that was such a lovely moment, that one of your heroes to tap you on the shoulder and just give you a nod. Fantastic. So, I've got starstruck. David Bowie, that was, was amazing, incredible. Paul McCartney, wow. And I met Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison, which is like, wow, the Beatles. Yeah. Fernando Preto. Why am I going into an accent? I don't know. Is there any possibility of an online acoustic concert soon? Well, if anyone's heard me play acoustic guitar or electric guitar, then the answer to that is no. I can play guitar and piano to the extent I can write songs and put stuff together and melodies and everything, but I'm not a good enough player. That's why I'm always a great believer in getting the best people in, like Richie B, P-Dub, Sean or Tim or keyboards or whatever, or Phil Taylor, and get the best people in to do. What I'm going to be doing, I've done the thing with Gary Barlow, but I've just figured out how I can coordinate a music box and record. So what I'm going to start to do, as from next week, go back to where I started in music. For instance, what was the first song that I ever sung when I was a kid at holiday camp? Some of the popular songs that I sung when I was like 15, 16. First song I ever sung with Spandau. And just a little musical every week, just a song with a kind of an idea. A musical, the autobiography. So you couldn't put it better myself. So just a little journey every week, release something with a song and a little story to go. And I hope that's all right. Mary McDonald, what would you have liked to have done for a living? I can't imagine ever doing anything other than singing. If it hadn't been anything to do with the arts, either acting or singing or anything like that, I used to work down the market. I used to work down Chapel Market and in Islington. So I know all the market boys and everything down there. So I probably would have ended up starting my own business of some sort. I used to also be in publishing as well. So I could have ended up in publishing. I don't know. But it would have been some sort of set my own business up, definitely, because I'm not very good at being told what to do. Catherine King. Catherine, hello again. Your recent tour, but here agree with an orchestra. That's the best. You're welcome back anytime. Well, we want to come back. The idea is to come back to Australia and do an orchestral tour as well. What I'd love to do in Oz is do the wineries. I've only ever done one once, and that was with Spandau. And we did a winery just outside Perth. I'm not quite sure what it was called. And that was just incredible. And just with the, it's an outdoor festival basically. And it was just beautiful. The sun was shining, rocking. So we'll be back soon to Australia, definitely. Lorraine Southon, hello Lorraine, how are you? My dad was a sax player. Do you play any instruments apart from your amazing singing, of course? Well, as I just explained, I'm a frustrated drummer. I play bar chords, basically, and I'm like that with the piano. So no, I'm not. I don't play anything to any degree. I suppose I just always thought to myself, well, first and foremost, I'm a singer. But as I said, I always get the best instrumentalists in, and my great mates, the Fab TH band, we're all on a WhatsApp together, and they're all keeping very well, by the way. They're all keeping really well with the kids and families and stuff. Always get the best people in. Don't try and do everything yourself. Not a good idea. Milliken Elaine, Milliken. No. Okay, hello, Milliken. What made you do Young Voices? An amazing opportunity to sing with between 5,000 and 8,000 children every night, with a fabulous rock band on stage, doing songs that the first time we did stuff from The Greatest Showman, so completely out of my comfort zone. The euphoria that you get, and it is euphoric, that you get from hearing those children, their energy, their enthusiasm is incredible. And the teachers, they give up their time for nothing. They're all there looking after the kids. The teachers are hilarious, actually. They're very, very funny. So hello to any of the teachers on Young Voices, and to the kids. You were brilliant. But when they're singing, it just makes you feel so good. It's an incredible feeling. So that's why I did it. And I did it for a second year. I won't be able to do it next time. They have to have a break, and they'll get some other singers in, and they'll do a brilliant job. But it's great, and a great team as well. Young Voices are a fantastic team. Jamie Jardine, hello there. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Tony. What fellow groups around your time did you think was better than Spandau Ballet? Well, I'm not going to say it was better than Spandau Ballet, but groups that I liked. I mean, obviously Duran Duran, as I mentioned, a fantastic band, really creative, inventive. Depeche Mode, big fan of Depeche. Saw them in Basildon, down in a club in Basildon. I don't even think we were signed, and we'd heard about them. Also bands like the Human League, fantastic bands. Ultravox, cracking band. Generation X, Billy Idol, love Billy. But there was so many cracking bands around at the time, and yeah, so those and a lot more. Linda Heinen, hi, staying in eating too much. What recipes from the jungle world would you recommend? Rice and beans. The jungle, well, all we did have in the jungle was literally rice and beans. Although if we won one of the tasks, we would get a crocodile arm or something. That was the funniest thing, watching the crocodile arm come out of the pot. It's the strangest thing in the world. We ate some possum and kangaroo and crocodile tail as well. So we had some really weird stuff. Can I get another cup of coffee, please, girls? No, they had legs. Well, the crocodile had a leg, yeah. So I'm being corrected here. Oh, you can say hello. So crocodile legs, sorry. Anyway, absolutely amazing. But if you want to lose weight, the doctor, Dr. Bob, who's a legend, he said simple rice and beans, if you do that, you get enough energy from it, you will lose weight. And also, I've been doing Joe Wicks's PE as a family. We've been doing it every morning. So Joe Wicks has been, I think, absolutely inspirational, amazing, and we've loved doing that every morning. So I am keeping fit. By the time I get onto the Let's Rock stage, you're not going to recognise me. Sorry, that was Claire Marshall. Sorry, missed that one. Paula Violet Rose Ross. Paula Violet Rose Ross. Hello, Paula. Hi, Tony. Can you say hello to my son, Ronnie? He wants to know what it was like to star in the TV series Benidorm. Mate, brilliant, brilliant. Shane Rich is a great friend of mine. In fact, we're trying to get a TV show together that we're hoping to do and get commissioned by ITV, and it'll be a kind of travelogue show. So anyway, so Shane was on Benidorm, and I said, oh, wow, I'd love to, because it was Sonny Valentino he played there, which is brilliant. Look, is there any way you can put in a word for us? Next minute, I get a call, and it was just the most fun. I mean, it was the cast. I laughed and laughed and laughed, and they were so funny. And between takes, there were all the stories, and just amazing. It was really good. I'd love to be in that series full time. I could be on. Bit the old pub style singer. Yeah. Jeff Usher. Hello, Jeff. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right? Hi, Tony. My wife met you at Let's Rock a few years ago. She was amazed at how nice you smell. What? Your secret cologne? And can you say hi to Avril? Hello, Avril. Hello, Avril. Right. I've got three. Joop, 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 and my wife likes that one, and I get a lot of comments on that one. The Polo one, which is really, really nice as well. Quite similar to Joop, maybe a bit stronger, but get the Eau de Parfum. And then the other one is Halfetti by Penhaligon's. And when I did the announcement at Strictly Come Dancing, and I was told how nice I smelt with Penhaligon's. So, there you go. They're the three. Julie Robbins. Hello, Julie. Hello, love. How are you? What are you going to do about cutting your hair in lockdown? Still looks good. It's getting really long. Look, it's come. I've got so much gel and stuff in it. Ali's pointing her hand up. Martha we've got these little electric shears that we trim Martha with. Clippers. There you go. So there's talk in the family about them clipping my hair, but I'm not so sure. I think I might just go for the biggest quiff on the planet. Yeah. Tim Shelton. Hi, Tony. Will you do a concert in the Algarve? Love the Algarve. We did a little private thing in the Algarve not long ago, and we went on holiday there a couple of years ago. Love the Algarve. Beautiful place. And like I say, love that Mediterranean vibe. Really beautiful. Hope if there's a promoter or an agent out there, then yes, please give us a call and let's do a couple of concerts in, love to do Lisbon and Porto. Yeah, we'll play wherever they'll have us in Portugal. It'll be wonderful. And hope you're well in Portugal, with the lockdown and everything. Naomi Barrett. Hello, Naomi. Is it one of your own? Yeah. He's a frontline guy. Police as well. Yeah, they're doing an amazing job as well, trying to stop idiots from going out and congregating and doing silly things. Crazy. Are you still in touch with Phil Taylor, and will he be back with the TH Band? I had a long chat with Phil Taylor the other day. It was his 60th birthday, so happy birthday to Phil Taylor. Phil's kind of moved on now. He's working with his young lads, Eddie and Ollie, and they got a band called Butterfly, or Butterflies. They've got a vinyl EP out as well, and so you might want to check it out. Very, very creative, quite sort of 70s kind of psychedelia, but they're really cool. They've been playing guitar and drums and bass since they were kids. Amazing players. So Phil's kind of really involved in producing and looking after the boys. So, but Phil's he's on great form. Robert Arthur Loads. better name than me, Tony Hadley. Robert Arthur Loads. I mean, it sounds dead posh, doesn't it? Anyway, do you think this lockdown will change society? Well, I said, interestingly enough, as I said before, I've got to know, I pretty much knew everybody in the village anyway. But certainly more people have got together, more people have communicated with each other. I think we're going to, for a while, look at how frivolous we are in our lives, with how much we spend and everything else, and certainly, you know, sometimes how much we're trying to be really careful here, because obviously we don't want to go to the supermarket too much, and so we're sort of really kind of just eating really healthy, and yeah, I think we will change. I think it will take some time before people actually feel comfortable interacting and hugging and squeezing each other and stuff. I think for young people, they'll go, yeah, let's go out and party and everything. But I think for older people, and I don't include myself in that, even though I am old, old. No, I think it's going to be very difficult for older people, maybe. Yeah. Heidi Vocal, Heidi, hi Heidi, hi, how you doing? From Australia, brilliant, great tour, loved it there. Hi Tony from Australia, so glad we got your Sydney show in just before everything shut down. Are you using this time to write new songs? Stay safe. Well, we've written a lot of new songs, and yeah, they're sounding so cool. So we've got a lot of songs, still got a few lyrics and bits and bobs to finish, a couple of cracking songs with the Fab TH band that we're working on. And then I'm going to go through I've got tapes and tapes and tapes of ideas. So I need to go through them, because otherwise they'll just get lost in the wherever, and go through them and think, wow, that is a good idea. I can work on that. So I've got a piano guitar, although I don't play very well, but enough to finish them off. Yeah, definitely. And I've got my coffee. Cheers. Cheers, everybody out there. Hope you're well. Excuse me. Anne-Marie, what song do you wish you'd recorded from the 80s? Ooh, which song do I wish I'd recorded from the 80s? I can't think of a song that I wish I'd recorded, because I've probably covered quite a few, and then I did a covers album a few years ago, the Universal Records. Well, we did, oh yeah, Life on Mars, actually, but that's not from the 80s, that was from the 70s, see. But we've done that live. Songs I wish I'd written Save a Prayer in Rio, wow. And also Humanly, Don't You Want Me, Baby? Great song, some cracking songs. And Vienna. I remember mid-year when Vienna came out, and it was a stunning and everything. It looked super cool. I remember saying to him, wow, what a song, mate. And the way they did that slow down sequence was cutting edge technology. We didn't have computers and everything that we've got today. So it was really amazing. That's one of my favourite songs, Vienna. Midge, if you're out there, mate, I hope you and your family are right. Fantastic. Mary McDonald, hello, Mary. Hello, Mary Mac. Hi again, Tony. Would you consider doing something like Dancing on Ice? Interesting. Well, you mentioned Benidorm. Is there any other TV program or show you would love to appear in? Love your hair, by the way. Lots of love. Thank you. He's getting long. I wouldn't do Dancing on Ice. I can skate. I used to skate at the Sobel Centre in Islington and Queensway Ice Rink. That's where you used to get to meet all the young girls when I was about sort of 14, 15. So I used to do a lot of ice skating. It's not something I couldn't do Strictly Come Dancing on Ice. I'm the worst dancer on the planet. And although I can ice skate, it's called dancing and I can't dance. So, and I don't even like dancing. But Benidorm was brilliant to do. I'd love to be in a gritty kind of crime drama. So if there's any producers or directors out there, some gritty crime drama, because there's some super ones. Just a small part, just a tiny part, would be amazing. Phil Hogan, also Hollywood film, big Hollywood film, that'd be great, like a sort of Star Wars or something. Is there any groups you get excited by that are on the same festival as you? You'll often see me at the Let's Rock Festival standing on the side of the stage, because I love music. I love to watch the bands. I love to watch the musicianships, the singers. And I just mentioned Midge. Midge is a phenomenal guitarist, really great. Nick Kershaw, you know, Lee John, the Westie Boys. There's so many amazing. Toya Wilcox, I mean, she's just got so much energy, that girl. And so I get a great kick out of seeing some of the bands from the side of the. I love meeting them, love seeing them. Phil Hogan, hello Phil. Cool photo, mate. What's the worst experience you've ever had while touring? Wow, what's the worst experience? I wouldn't say it was the worst experience, but there was talking about Portugal. It was, we were playing Portugal, and the band was set up, me and the TH band, a big thoroughfare, so we're going to be thousands of people with a town square behind us, palm trees, beautiful town square. And I said, why is there no canopy on the roof in case it rains? It never rains. It never rains. Can't do a Portuguese accent, but anyway, it never rains. Yeah, but what if it does? It's not rained in months. I said, but what if it does? It never rains. Is that Italian? What's that? I'm getting criticised for my accent there. Anyway, so lo and behold, the clouds started to disappear. The blue skies went. The dark clouds came in. And this is no word of a lie. It was like apocalyptic. The wind started to go. The palm trees were literally bending over. And we were in a calf. And we just went, oh no. Something like that. Anyway. And we ran to the stage just as the heavens opened, covered all the equipment, everything that was on stage with cellophane and everything. And the heavens opened. The gig got cancelled. And we were up until about 4 o'clock in the morning, unscrewing plug boards and everything else with hair. And we managed to do the gig the next day in the theatre. There you go. That was a weird one. Bev Stoker, any plans for more fundraising treks? Not at the moment, Bev. We're not doing anything at the moment. I suppose we will be. Yeah, we will be. It'd be nice to do something. Yeah, it would be nice to do something. So, yeah. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Kimberly Pearson. Hello, Kimberly. 3 things you'd advise your younger self. 1, not to be so trusting. 2, to make sure you get everything checked by an independent lawyer. And 3, just get more involved in business. That would be my advice to any young entrepreneur, singer, actor, whatever. Lynn Morrison. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Hello. This is me and my sister at Doncaster Racecourse. How are you, girls? We saw you there. Hello. Do you prefer the outdoor gigs? Speak from us 50 plus 50 is best. I love doing theatres. When you're performing in a theatre stage, it's a different kind of performance. It's a different atmosphere. But I have to say, I mean, the reason I'm doing this 40-date tour next year sometime or the year after and going to all the theatres that I've not been to in years, we used to do that all the time. And I kind of stopped and sort of discovered the joy of festivals. Because you've got all your mates with you, you've got a fabulous band, you've got your mates backstage, you've got 10, 15, 20,000 people out front, and they're just there to have a great time. So I discovered festivals, and I've never looked. Oh God, I've never looked back. Sorry, listen. Me and technology do not go together. I've just nearly flipped the computer over there. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Helen Williams. I'm so useless. Helen Williams. Hello, Helen. How are you? How are you? And do you remember the rain at Clumber Park? Yeah, yeah. Well, whenever it rains in these festivals, you always think everyone's going to go home, but they don't. They stay there, and with that great British spirit, that British bulldog spirit, they stay there in the rain, and then they go, oh, no, ditch the umbrella, let's get muddy, let's get dirty, let's have some fun. And they stay there for the music. Amazing, incredible, thank you. Deborah Adlam, Deborah, hi, what was your wife's favourite band in the 80s? Right, you're going to love this. What was your favourite band in the 80s? Al? Go on, tell me. I know what it is, but I'm just, for you know.
What, is somebody else
someone said, what was your wife's favourite band in the 80s?
Duran Duran.
It's Duran Duran. Mm. She's a Brummie, isn't she? She's a Brummie. She don't quite speak all that. But she's a, yeah, she's a Brummie lass. Sylvia Winter, what does getting the MBE mean to you? I didn't expect it, to be honest. I really didn't expect it. Quite amazing. Yeah, it's a real honour. I've had the great fortune of meeting the Queen once before, and it's so nerve-wracking. You're so nervous. She's quite a small lady, but she's just amazing. It's the Queen, the Queen. So anyway, yeah. So I'm really, really proud of my family and everybody else. And on Ali's side of the family, they've got a few MBEs and things like that knocking about, but this is the first one in my family. So my mum was very, very happy, very happy. Cherie Leanne Warren, hello Cherie, how you doing? How will you be celebrating your 60th birthday? Well, at this rate, at home. at this rate, with my wife and Zara and Genevieve, with copious amounts of alcohol and Martha the dog. Hopefully the weather will be good. Be sitting outside and get absolutely larruped. I don't know if the lockdown's going to be finished, but if not, I'll be celebrating. I mean, what I said to my big kids the other day, I said, as soon as it's over, we're going to have a great big family meal, get together, and a celebration that we've got through this. And it's hard time, really, really. So, yeah. Howard Baker. Hello, Howard. How are you, mate? Tell us one thing nobody would have guessed is true. One thing nobody would have guessed was true. No, I love hoovering. There you go. I love hoovering. It's super duper Dyson. Was it a Dyson Absolute Hoover? And when it first came, my mate had one. I was like, yeah. I mean, yeah. Any Dysons you want to send me, that's fine. And so it's amazing, absolute. My mate got one. I'd hoover envy. I really did. No, I'm a bit fanatical about hoovering. I like to keep a tidy place. Keep it tidy. Don't like dirty skirting. Chris Jackson. Hello, Chris. How are you, mate? I remember you playing for the Arsenal celebrity team, Tone. You had some good players. Well, I'm on the Arsenal sort of WhatsApp thing, and I'm just looking at my phone. How many are there? There's about 200. I mean, there's so many WhatsApps. They get jokes coming through all the time. And Ralph Little's, he's always putting jokes on there. Brian Hornsby's still in touch with Brian and stuff. And I've got a 200 quid bet with Brian that I will come back and play, even if it's for 20 minutes, because I don't want to lose the 200 quid. You need. So get that fixed, and I'll be back. I will be back. Paul Wallace. Hello, Paul. Tony, I love your cover version of Slave to Love. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. Do you ever perform it live? No, I don't think I've ever performed it live. It was just a recorded version. I've sung it live to a backing track when I used to do some club gigs during those wonderful halcyon days when the court case was going on, so to raise the money to pay the lawyers. But other than that, no. But that might be one to visit. Yeah, might be nice with the orchestra actually. Sue Bowies Mary, hello Sue, hello darling. Hi Tone, at what point in your career did you realise you'd made it and think this is it, it can't get better than this? Very much a live for today person, so I don't think it can get much better than it is anyway. I mean, I'm happy, I'm excited by what I'm doing. I mean, okay, we're not gigging at the moment, but I'm excited by the new material. I'm looking forward to playing the new stuff at new festivals and stuff like that. So that's really good. I suppose because I remember there were 2 points. Because when you're a young band, the pinnacle, the first pinnacle, is to sign the record deal, and then all of a sudden, cut long story short, goes to number 5. Wow! Amazing. And then we had the freeze, I think, which only went to 17, didn't do so well. So we had a couple of Paint Me Down, not one of my favourite, Paint Me Down. Anyway, didn't really make the grade. And then the press were out to say, yeah, we told you Spandau Ballet were a one-hit wonder and all this business. And you do start to panic. You do start to worry. Then Trevor Horn came and did a remix of Instinction, which I still do live, funny enough. And And that kind of changed. I went to number 10, and that changed everything again. When True went to number 1, that was when I felt that we'd actually made it as a band. But you still worry. You still worry. I mean, you know, do I worry about the charts? I don't worry about the charts, but when I release new songs, do I want Radio 2 to play it? Of course I want Radio 2 to play it, and all the regionals as well, because you want to be validated, other people to like your stuff too. So, so I'm still in competition with everybody. Polly Harper, hello Polly, how you doing? Polly Harper and the girls there, looking lovely. What's your Tatton Park, Cheshire? I predict a riot. Amazing. I couldn't read the rest of that. Went away too quick. Oh, there you go. Please, would you consider doing this again if Shrewsbury goes ahead? I predict a riot. We could do, couldn't we? I haven't done that for years. I'm a great fan of the Kaiser Chiefs. I know Ricky really well. He's a terrific frontman, great lead singer, and yeah, I predict a riot. Yeah, it'd be good. I'll get Ricky on stage. It'd be brilliant. Oh, Polly, I've stopped brewing. The Chinese took over the brewery. It got too complicated, and although because I had Moonstone IPA, 5%, good stuff, went down so easy, it was unreal. He couldn't stand very well after 4 or 5 pints, but it was great. So no, I stopped doing the brew. I just thought, you know, I love beer and everything. There's so much competition out there. You know what? Just stick to music, stick to writing and producing and everything else. So, and performing. I just drink other people's. Stuart Ames. Hi, Stuart, mate. Loved Your Life on Mars, David Bowie cover. Rest in peace, David Bowie. David Bowie. Well, I think every artist will, you know, dip their hat to David Bowie. He was an incredible artist, always willing to take a chance, to change and to develop and do different things. And I admire him for that. I thought he was an incredible bloke and a brilliant singer as well. Everyone talks about the clothes, the fashion, Bowie, the icon, everything, but an amazing singer. Life on Mars is not an easy song to sing. Trust me, it's a tough song to sing. He did it amazingly. Please sing True. Hold it, let me just get rid of that. I got the thing on the, it's come up again. I don't normally touch computers, but I know how to do that. Gets rid of it. Oh. So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in life for dreams. Head over heels, went toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. And then you can fill in the ha-ha-ha's and the ma-ma-ma's and the blah-blah-blahs. Elkie McCall, Cheryl Blanchard, there you go. My son did Young Voices with you at Sheffield. Hi, Cheryl. He does stage shows and acting. He's 9. And no, it loves you as much as he's been brought up in your music. Do you know, it's really cool. Is when we do the Let's Rock concerts, it's really good to see young people there as well, which is what Frank Sinatra said to me when I was 17. So he said, yeah, really good to see young people there. And they know the words. They know words to True, Gold Through the Back. It's even some of the new stuff that I'm doing, which is great. And they certainly know the words to True, Somebody's Love, or Radio Gaga. And it's brilliant. I mean, music has changed so much. I mean, people don't buy records as they did before. Vinyl's kind of big again, in a way, as a niche thing. But it's changed. But people do go onto Spotify. My Zara will go onto Spotify, and she'll instantly go and check out new bands and stuff, or go retro. She'll go back to Led Zepp or whatever it might be, or Queen, or Duran. What was that band we found the other day? Really great. Great White Buffalo. There's a band called Great White Buffalo. I think they're American. I'm not sure. Check them out. They're just on the surface, but really good stuff. So, Great White Buffalo, if you are listening, love your stuff. Katrina Zaidi, Tony, if you could, would you still do another Friday night at the Beetroot? Wonderful days and nights. Do you know what? It might be an idea. It might be his 40th anniversary tour. I thought it might be good to do a few shows, small shows, at places that maybe a punk club or whatever. But it might be good to maybe do the Beat Route or go back to the Blitz or something like that and do a sort of, who knows? I mean, we're sort of throwing lots of ideas around. Lisa Crocotte, I hope I've got that right. Hi, Lisa. How you doing? I particularly like the gig you did with Martin Fry many years ago. Will you perform together again? No, I think once you've done it, you've kind of done it. And Martin's a great friend of mine. We're on the same, and he's had to cancel all his holidays because of lockdown. But he's on good form. Him and his family are doing well. He's doing great. Yeah, because I did Martin Fry and also did with Pete Cox and Richard Go Westy Boys, and we had a great time. But I think once you've done it, and you kind of move on. Hello? Is there anybody out there? Vanessa Cleland, you deserved your MBE, Tone. Thank you. Well, congratulations and a kiss. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, as I said, really, really proud moment. Obviously, the investiture has been cancelled, and it was going to be postponed. Yes, be a lovely get together with all the family and everything else at a restaurant afterwards. But yeah, no, really, really proud moment. So thank you very much for that. Let me add that I didn't expect it, and there's a lot of people out there who probably a lot more deserving than me that like are on the front line dealing with care homes or hospices and stuff. Aaron Sugarman, who's the CEO of fundraising at one of the directors at Shooting Star Hospices, was amazing, absolutely amazing. Her and her team, they work so hard, and they need lots of support at the moment. Lisa Ben Haj Ali. Lisa, hello, great name, Ben Haj Ali. Tony, which book and which album would you take to a desert island? Ooh, album's difficult. One album I'd take, probably Aladdin Sane. I think, would it be Aladdin? Yeah, possibly Aladdin Sane. Yeah, and book. I tend to. Oh, what's that? Alexa, shush. A book. I tend to read biographies of people. Just recently read the Elton John one, which was amazing, absolutely fantastic. I've got a Bruce Springsteen one to look at. I've got Phil Collins. So I'll probably take a biography of someone. Also, the Boris Johnson one on Winston Churchill was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. So I might take that and read that again. Phil Hogan again. What's the longest tour you've ever been on? And does it get tedious or is it exciting all the way through the tour? Touring is absolutely tiring. I was going to use another word, but I thought I wouldn't. It's brilliant. I mean, we love it. My favourite part of touring is the tour bus. We have a sleeper bus. So there's 12 to 14 the crew. We're all together. You come out the venue, have a few drinks, you get in the bus, have a few drinks, watch a film, crash out about 3 o'clock, get up about 1, and you're at the next venue. But it does get tiring. It does get tiring. But I enjoy it immensely. I absolutely have a fantastic time whilst touring. I took a couple of my mates on tour once, and they lasted 3 nights, and that was it. They needed a holiday. So. Jackie Hollyhead, do you still do your ironing your pants like you did on Reborn in the USA? Well, occasionally, Jackie, I do. It depends how rushed I am for time, and also if I'm pressing my pants as well. So I do like to do my own ironing, and also I do volunteer to do the band, my band. Have you got any shirts, boys? You know, and because they're useless at iron, absolutely useless. Cindy Carter Moon, hello, hi Cindy, hello love. Hi Tony, you're amazing. Okay, Philly Castle gig. Is there anywhere you haven't played yet that's on your wish list? I've never done a tour of Russia. I'd love to go to. I've been to St. Petersburg for television, which was incredible. but I would love to go to Russia. I've never been to China. That might be postponed for a while. And but there's also places in America that I've not played, and I'd love to go to. And just India is another country. I'd love to go and play India. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I've played an awful lot of countries, but love to go to India. Sinwin Nugent. I hope I've got that right. So hopefully. Please say hi to all the wonderful heroes at the Royal Gwent Hospital. I thought it might be a Welsh name. To everybody at Royal Gwent Hospital, doing a sterling job. You guys, frontline, amazing. Fantastic. Claire Palmer, is there any artist from the last decade that inspires you now? Yeah, I mean, if I just tell you the bands that I really, really love, and I mentioned Ricky Wilson, the Kaiser Chiefs, Script, brilliant band, Panic at the Disco, fantastic, Imagine Dragons, AWOL Nation. I've just mentioned Great White Buffalo, who I think are really fantastic. They're a new band, but that's kind of my sort of music. I really like that kind of rock stuff. The Killers, obviously. Brendan's an amazing frontman, great singer. Martin Andrews, what do you think the 80s era has enjoyed such a revival? I think every decade goes through a period of people look back on it and go, "Oh, that was really naff." Bands, some of the songs were pretty naff. You know, I mean, if you look at sort of the 70s with ABBA and everything else, there was a time when you would never have said, "Oh yeah, ABBA was my favourite band." You would never have probably said that. But enough time goes by and people look back and they start, you know, not through rose-tinted glasses, but they look back with a different kind of head on. And they say, look at the bands, and they think, wow, actually, some of those bands are super cool. And some naff songs as well. But generally speaking, some great artists, great singers as well. If you look at the singers, a lot of the singers from the 80s have very individual sounding voices, which is key to, I think, being a successful band. And so, yeah, people look back on it with a degree of fondness, and enough time's gone by where people are massively into it. And thank God they are too. Alan Miles, what's your favourite Spandau Ballet tune? Alan, it's got to be, as I mentioned before, Through the Barricades. Love True, love Gold, but Through the Barricades, as a singer, just does everything for me. Yeah, brilliant. Sukulkes Jans, watching from Saudi Arabia. Sukulkes Jans, wow, hello Saudi Arabia. Never been there. Maybe we should do a concert there, that'd be interesting. Colin Smith, what was your best live on stage thing? I think I've got that right, Colin. It was all a bit jumbled up. Well, I have to, I mean, everyone who was at Live Aid will mention Live Aid because it was just an incredible moment in history, musical history, and just changed the world, really changed the world. Nerve-wracking, amazing, incredible, but absolutely fantastic. And probably also, as I mentioned before, playing the Royal Albert Hall in my own right with the orchestra. In Frank Sinatra when I was 17 and met him at the Royal Albert Hall. So there I was all these years on, looking out and saying exactly the same as he said to me. Great to see some younger people in the audience. Eva Hills. Hello, Eva. Hello, how are you? Hi, Tony. My name is Eva and I'm 13. Wow, 13. Fantastic. The same age as my Zara. I'm a huge fan of yours in the 80s. However, I get bullied because of my love for it. When I hear your music, it makes me feel better. I love sing. What advice would you give to young musicians who want to follow the same path? Getting bullied for liking music is just, well, getting bullied for anything is school. Were bullies, and used to have a few of them every now and again because I cannot stand bullies. And you should go and, you know, either your parents or your teachers should get to the bottom of this because it's not right you're being bullied. That's just so wrong. Advice I would give to anyone wanting to get into the arts: number one, you've got to be good. You've got to have a degree of talent. You've got to be as original as possible. either vocally or with your acting skills or your dance moves or whatever. And you've got to be totally, totally dedicated. There's a lot of people out there who see the wonderful world of entertainment as being this, it's a mystical world where we all become different people. No, we're the same people. I do the same things as everybody else, when we're at home with our loved ones and everything else. I don't live in a bubble. We just do a wonderful job, and it is an amazing job. And we get to play to thousands of people, Let's Rock and everything else. So you've got to be totally, totally, totally dedicated and be prepared for knockdowns and be prepared to fail. But it's an amazing experience. So if you want to become a singer or an actor or whatever, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Lisa Gonzalez, nice quiff tone. It's getting higher and higher as we speak. I'm going to do this. Now listen, it's 12:30. I'm going to have to make this, sorry, the last one, because I've got chores to do. But did you enjoy singing with Gary Barlow? You were fab. Well, thank you very much. Myself and Gary worked on the film together, the skiing film, which was great. And he's a great singer as well, and a massive Take That fan. Seen him a lot of times, and they certainly put on a show. So it's really cool. But listen, thank you very much for all your questions. We should do this again as well. Let's do it again in a couple of weeks and have a chat. You ask me any questions you want, and we'll be a little while down the line and see how we are, how we're doing, and hopefully might have a glimmer of lockdown ahead of us. But in the meantime, thank you very much to all of you, all the people that work in the hospitals, frontline staff, teachers, doctors, nurses, everybody, delivery workers. Thank you so much for looking after us. Refuse collectors, there you go.
No.
And milkmen, yeah, there you go. So there's thousands of people that are helping us to be safe. And so thank you to all of you, and take good care. Thank you very much. Happy Easter. Yes.
Lately, everything's changed. We seem closer, like you care more. Lately, I feel the magic taking over out of nowhere. Somehow, we found a spark. We light up the dark and bring out the stars. The sky is wide open now. Oh, 'cause tonight belongs to us. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. I got a real good feeling. Ooh, what a real good feeling. 'Cause tonight belongs to us. To us. To us. Can't stop, out of control. Love is fiction, no prediction. Where this all will go, I can't call it, but I feel it. Somehow we found a spark. We light up the dark and bring out the stars. The sky's wide open now. 'Cause tonight